Good day, everyone.
Good day, sir.
So, I am Marvin Canton Martires, an accredited assessor for food processing NC2. So, I would like to acknowledge the presence of our TESDA representative, Ms. Michelle Mangam. So, you don't have to worry about his or her presence because she is here to oversee the conduct of the assessment and to check whether the conduct of the assessments is in accordance with the prescribed competency assessment methodologies and procedures. So, you don't have to worry about his presence. She will not assist you. So, thank you, ma'am. So, before we start, I would like to inform you that we are being recorded and live streamed through CCTV cameras in the TESDA Camarines Sur Provincial Office and TESDA Regional Office 5. And then, I have here written consent which indicates that we, including me, agreed to be recorded. And into other terms, including sharing of your CCTV footage to the authorized representatives indicated in this form. So, also I have here your application form and your accomplished self-assessment guide. This proof that you are already willing and ready to undergo in the assessment. Before we start, so allow me first to check your attendance. So, once I call your name, you need to proceed here in front and submit your admission slip and you may sign the attendance sheet. So, first we have Miss Goracion Raquel. May have your admission slip. You may now sign that attendance sheet. Okay, next, we have May Nulian. Okay, may I have your admission slip. You may now sign the attendance sheet. Next is Miss Argel Pensalida. So may I have your admission slip. You may now sign the attendance sheet. Okay, you may now take your seat. Okay, so let us now proceed with the orientation. So, today we will be having a national assessment for food processing NC2. So, assessment is the process of collecting evidences and making judgment whether you already achieved particular competency. So, the assessment process seeks to determine that the graduate or the worker can be able to perform the needed competency for work based on the expected outcomes in the competency assessment standard. So, today you will undergo in the food processing NC2 assessment, wherein I will be going to assess your skills in food processing and preservation. So, food processing NC2 has 3 competencies, wherein it includes the basic, the common, and core competency. So the core competency will be used in order for you to acquire the COC or the Certificate of Assessment. So under the core competency, it is divided into 5 different units of competency, which is, first is process food by salting, curing, and smoking. Then next is processed food by fermentation and pickling, then processed food by sugar concentration, and then processed food through drying and dehydration. And lastly, we have processed food by thermal application. Each of these unit of competency needs to be performed in a specific time frame only. And for food processing, for food processing by smoking, salting, and curing, you need to perform it in 1 hour. Then for processing food by fermentation and pickling, you need to perform it for 1 hour also. And then for the food processing by means of sugar concentration, you need to perform it by 1 hour also. And for the food processing by dehydration and drying, it must be performed for 3 hours. And lastly, for the food processing by thermal application, you need to perform it for 2 hours. So, we also need to consider some adjustments. So, if you have, or if there is a religious practice that you need to do within the conduct of the assessment, so you may approach me and I will allow you to do so. And then, if you need to take your medication or your maintenance, kindly approach me and I will allow you to take your maintenance and medication. If you need to use comfort rooms, you may proceed over there. It is just in the right corner of this assessment area. And then, if in case you did not understand the instruction, you may approach me and I will translate it in Filipino or in your own dialect. So, we must be also reminded that all the documents and informations that will be collected during this assessment will be served as confidential. So, let us also consider the do's and don'ts in the conduct of the activity or the assessment. So, first, you need to follow the safety or the security protocols and safety, and then of course you need also to use the proper facility policies or the proper use of the facility rather, and then take note that use of cell phone and taking photos during the assessment is not allowed. And then leaving the assessment center without informing your assessor or me is not also allowed. And lastly, it is prohibited that you leave or you loiter in the premises during the assessment. So, if in case that you are not satisfied with the assessment or the result of the assessment, you may appeal to the AC manager. So, you may write a letter addressed to the AC manager right after the assessment. And if you notice some irregularities or you may notice some disagreement during the conduct of the assessment, so you may appeal or may not sign the rating sheet or the cards. So for the claiming of your NC or your COC, so this will be claimed in the provincial office where the assessment is being conducted. So you may claim it 3 days or 3 working days. That means that Saturday, Sunday, and the holiday is not included. So to claim your NC or your COC, you need to bring the following. So first, you need to bring your CARS or the competency assessment result summary, and then you need to present also a passport size picture with color and white background and name tag. Then the picture must use the photo paper and then must be in high quality. So, and lastly, you may also prepare the certification fee which costs 50 pesos. And then, if you are not available to claim your NC or your COC, you may test the provincial office may allow representative. There are only two representatives that is allowable. First is the TESDA representative or the liaison representative, and the other one is your immediate family up to the second degree. So, if they are the one to claim your COC or your NC, you need to let them prepare the following. First, the CARS or the Competency Assessment Result Summary, and then next is the authorization letter or the power of attorney, and you may access the authorization letter through your provincial or TESDA provincial office, and you may download it also in tesda.gov.ph. And also, the representative must provide your photocopy of your ID and then the photocopy of their ID, and for the liaison representative, they must present their accreditation ID. So, for the renewal of your NC or your COC, it must be have a 5 years validity. So, under that, upon renewal, you need to prepare the following requirements. First is the photocopy and your original copy of your NC, and then lastly, you need to prepare your certificate of employment related to the NC you need to renew. And then, for those students that does not or not yet competent in all the areas or units of competency, they may appeal for reassessment at their own convenience. However, the scope of the assessment will focus on the specific unit of competency that does not satisfactorily acquired. And lastly, however, for those who will undergo reassessment, they will pay the full assessment fee regardless of the reassessment that they take. So, and it is being promulgated in the TESDA board, or being promulgated by the TESDA board. And that would be all. So I hope that you understand our orientation. Thank you very much.